The Asante Empire emerged from the Akan people in the forest zone of what is now Ghana. Before the Asante, several Akan states existed. These states were often at war with each other. One powerful state was Denkira, which dominated its neighbors. In the late 17th century, a new leader named Osei Tutu rose to prominence. He was the ruler of the small Asante state of Kumasi. Osei Tutu sought to unite the Akan states against Denkira's rule. He forged alliances with neighboring Akan states. Through diplomacy and military skill, he built a strong coalition. In 1701, the Asante, led by Osei Tutu, confronted Denkira in a decisive battle. The Asante victory marked the beginning of the empire. This victory also established the Asante as the dominant power in the region. The Asante Empire was born from the ashes of Denkira's dominance. This newly formed empire would go on to become a major force in West Africa. The Asante people, united under Osei Tutu's leadership, embarked on a period of expansion and prosperity. Their story is one of ambition, military might, and complex political organization. Osei Tutu I is considered the founder of the Asante Empire. He was a skilled military leader and a shrewd politician. He established the administrative and military structures of the Asante state. One of his most significant innovations was the creation of the Asante Confederacy. This was a union of Akan states under the Asante Hene, the supreme ruler. Each state within the Confederacy maintained some autonomy. However, they were bound to the Asante Hene by oaths of allegiance and tribute. Osei Tutu also introduced new military techniques and weapons. He acquired firearms through trade with Europeans on the coast. This gave the Asante a significant advantage over their rivals. With these weapons, the Asante army became a formidable force. Osei Tutu's reign lasted until 1770. During this time, he laid the foundation for the Asante Empire's expansion and dominance. His legacy as a visionary leader and a nation builder solidified his place in Asante history. He is remembered as the first Asante Hene and the father of his nation. The Asante Empire's wealth was legendary. Their economy was based on trade. Gold was the most important commodity. The Asante controlled vast gold fields. They extracted the gold and traded it with merchants from the north and the coast. Kola nuts were another important trade good. These nuts were highly valued as a stimulant. The Asante traded kola nuts with their northern neighbors. They also traded enslaved people captured in wars. This trade brought in additional revenue. The Asante developed a complex system of markets and trade routes. Kumasi, the capital, became a major trading center. Merchants from all over West Africa flocked to Kumasi's bustling markets. The wealth generated from trade fueled the Asante Empire's growth. The Asante also used their wealth to support their military. They purchased weapons and other supplies from European traders. This gave them a technological edge over their rivals. The combination of trade and military power made the Asante Empire a force to be reckoned with. At the heart of the Asante political and spiritual beliefs lies the golden stool, known as Sika Dwa Kofi. According to legend, the stool descended from the heavens. A powerful priest, Okomfo Anokia, commanded it to land on the lap of Osei Tutu during a gathering of Akan chiefs. This event cemented Osei authority as the Asante Hing. The stool is believed to embody the soul of the Asante nation. It is the ultimate symbol of Asante unity and authority. The golden stool is not merely a throne. It is a sacred object. It represents the spirit and power of the Asante people. The Asante Hini never sits directly on the golden stool. It is housed in a special chamber and brought out only on important occasions. The golden stool's significance to the Asante cannot be overstated. It is central to their identity and their history. Its story underscores the spiritual underpinnings of Asante political power. Section 5. Conflicts and conquests, shaping the Asante hegemony. The Asante Empire's history is one of expansion and conquest. Driven by the desire for wealth and power, the Asante engaged in numerous wars with their neighbors. They sought to expand their territory and control trade routes. One of the most significant conflicts was with the Denkyira. The Asante victory over Denkyira in 1701 marked the beginning of their empire. They also fought with other Akan states, such as the Akiem, Akwamu, and Fante. The Asante army was renowned for its discipline and organization. They employed advanced military tactics and weaponry. Their use of firearms, acquired through trade with Europeans, gave them an advantage. The Asante also used psychological warfare. They were known for their fierce war drums and intimidating war cries. Through a combination of military prowess, strategic alliances, and diplomacy, the Asante expanded their empire. By the mid-18th century, the Asante Empire encompassed a vast territory in present-day Ghana and parts of neighboring countries. Section 6. The clash with a global power, the Anglo-Ashanti Wars. The arrival of the British on the Gold Coast in the 19th century introduced a new chapter in the Asante Empire's history. Initially, relations between the Asante and the British were primarily trade-focused. However, tensions grew as the British expanded their influence inland. The Anglo-Ashanti Wars, a series of conflicts spanning over a century, were rooted in these tensions. The British sought to control trade routes and resources, while the Asante defended their sovereignty and resisted British encroachment. There were a total of 6 major Anglo-Ashanti wars. Each war had its own complexities and outcomes. The Asante demonstrated their military prowess, inflicting heavy casualties on the British. However, the British, with their superior weaponry and resources, gradually gained the upper hand. The wars were marked by moments of Asante resilience and strategic victories. For example, the War of the Golden Stool, which began in 1900, was triggered by the British governor's demand to sit on the Golden Stool. This demand was a grave offense to the Asante, who fiercely resisted. Section 7. Resistance and resilience, the struggle for autonomy. Despite facing a formidable foe in the British, the Asante never surrendered their desire for self-determination. They resisted British rule through various means. One notable figure in this resistance was Ya Asantewa. As the Queen Mother of Ejisu, a prominent Asante state, she rallied the Asante against British rule during the War of the Golden Stool. Her bravery and leadership made her a powerful symbol of Asante resistance. The Asante also employed diplomatic strategies. They sent delegations to Britain to negotiate for their autonomy. However, the British government remained committed to expanding its colonial control. Despite the odds, the Asante continued to resist. They staged uprisings and rebellions. They preserved their cultural traditions and social structures. The spirit of resistance became ingrained in the Asante identity. Section 8. From Colony to Independence. The Asante in modern Ghana. The 20th century brought about significant changes in the political landscape of Africa. The movement for independence swept across the continent, and the Gold Coast, under the leadership of Kwame Nkrumah, was no exception. In 1956, the Gold Coast gained independence from Britain. The Asante, recognizing the importance of unity for the newly independent nation, agreed to join the new state of Ghana. This decision marked the end of the Asante Empire as a sovereign entity. However, the Asante Kingdom, under the leadership of the Asante Hene, continued to exist as a subnational traditional authority within Ghana. The Asante Hene, while no longer holding political power in the same way as during the empire, remained an influential figure. The Asante people played an active role in shaping the new nation of Ghana. They contributed to the country's political, economic, and cultural development. Their history and traditions continued to shape their identity. Section 9. The legacy of Asante man: culture, tradition, and influence. The Asante Empire left an enduring legacy. Their culture, traditions, and history continue to influence Ghana and the world. The Asante are known for their rich artistic heritage, particularly in weaving, pottery, and goldsmithing. Kente cloth, a vibrantly colored and intricately woven fabric, is perhaps the most recognizable symbol of Asante craftsmanship. Originally worn by royalty, Kente cloth has gained international acclaim for its beauty and cultural significance. The Asante language, Twi, is widely spoken in Ghana and serves as a unifying factor for many Ghanaians. Their music and dance traditions are vibrant expressions of their cultural identity. The Asante political system, with its emphasis on consensus building and the balance of power, has also left its mark. The Asante Hene's role as a custodian of tradition and a symbol of unity continues to be significant. The story of the Asante Empire is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for innovation, resilience, and cultural preservation. Their legacy serves as a reminder of the complexities of African history, the impact of colonialism, and the enduring power of cultural identity